Welcome to Rauta's opinion/statement video. This is very likely to be some of you all, and it's totally fine. After all, we're all individual beings and with our individual opinions, and you really can't please everybody, nor there is need to that. But basically this is also a kind of a statement/response to some of the people who are making accusations or assumptions about me, my opinions and whatnot, mostly related to some of my statements about Antifa, some of them related to my NSBM videos, and also some other ones. So I'm trying to put these ideas and thoughts into one video, so you won't have to guess, you don't have to assume, and of course you can always ask me if something is bothering you or if you don't know what I'm thinking. Now, like I said, some people are not going to like what I'm going to say, and it's totally fine. First of all, I'm no Nazi, but I'm no leftist. I do resent all kind of racism, sexual oppression, xenophobia, and all that shit. I don't think all people are equal, but all people are born that they should be equal. Does that sound confusing? Well, let's put it this way. First of all, with genders. Biologically, not too many. Culturally, I guess so. Quite many. To be honest, I don't care what gender each individual represents. I'm fine with them all. I really am. I'm all about unisex, toilets and whatnot. I think that people deserve to be treated the same way despite what the gender is. Really, I don't care what kind of genitalia or lack of that is you have or you don't have. Doesn't really concern me most of the time anyway. Unless you make it an issue, then it might be an issue, but really, other than that. Your skin color doesn't really bother me at all. I mean, I don't care if you're black, brown, yellow, red, white, pink, any color. You might be dotted with kind of stuff. I don't really care. If you're an asshole though, it's a different case, but then it's about yourself being a prick, not about your skin color. Is that clear by now? About politics. I do despise extreme politics. Left, right, middle extreme. I don't know if there's such a thing exists, but yes, I don't like extreme politics. And I don't mostly like politics at all because I think most politicians are fake as can be. I think all the best leaders work in private sector with companies and all that stuff. And those that are successful politicians, well, they probably didn't have what it takes to be in the private sector. That's just me saying that. I'm not against you voting or whatever you do in politics. It's really not my cup of tea. Not my playing field. There are lots of people who like soccer, for instance, or tennis. Sure, go ahead and enjoy it. But I'm not going to join you with one of those games. I really don't like politics. And when it goes to the extreme sides of all that stuff, really, I want to stay out of it. Why? Because I don't trust that shit. And when people go to all the extreme ends, they tend to become pretty much like the same, even though they claim to be different. So really, I don't do that. So to recap, I resent racism, I resent xenophobia, I resent misogyny and all those other gender pointed, or however it's said, kind of things. You should treat each people with respect. I mean, once again, if somebody acts like an asshole or is being an asshole, obviously you have to adjust your things. Now, all these rather good things being said, I don't think that humanity has too bright a future. Why so? Because too many individuals are in fact assholes. Everybody tries to be nice and cool and good guy. Well, most of them anyway. But how come people end up fighting? Because of religion, because of cultures, because of skin colors, because of, well, prejudice, assumption, feeling that the other guy, it might be your neighbor, it might be another country. We all are like, hey, this is just going too far. That guy is gonna rob me. That gal is gonna fuck me. That person is gonna do some nasty shit. Humanity doesn't have too bright a future. Even though we have some small percentage of people who are great, who are smart, who don't wage war over crappy things. Now what what has these things have to do with metal? Well, a lot. Because metal music, among others, especially the more extreme kind, have been said that they kind of have these values. For example, when I was talking about NSBM, that is National Socialist Black Metal, well, obviously there are lots of hate speech going on. But these are all also things that, are different, vary from country to country, nation to nation, and so forth. So, for example, in Finland here, we don't have what you have going on in United States of America. And even United States of America is a big country. I'm not saying that same things that happen in, say, some Texas happen in Alaska. Same things that happen in some Washington state are happening in Florida. And you could go on with list through those all 50 states. What about South America? Quite a few different countries with different problems than in Europe. What about Asia, Africa, I don't know, places like Australia, India, China? You could go on with these hundreds of lists of nations, and each would have a little bit different kind of things. Sure, the racism is a problem that occurs everywhere. We probably never can get rid of it because, I don't know, we are beasts. We are products of biology, and as such, some of us are more inclined to be very, very cautious, even hateful towards one another. Sometimes it has nothing to do with being rational being. But then again, that comes down that we are beasts. Now, what does this to have to metal beyond these hateful styles, black metal subgenres and whatnot? For instance, recently I was reading how Facebook is being kind of protested. Big companies are drawing their ads away from Facebook because Facebook isn't acting strongly enough against hate speech and all that stuff. That often means you have a wrong band shirt even. You're promoting bands that have serious wrong ideas or bands that have dangerous lyrics, topics. It might be about certain religion, it might be about certain culture, it might be just generic black metal misanthropy, like let's kill them all, or all religions should be burned down and all these temples should be destroyed and whatever. And Facebook doesn't really react well on that. And people get banned because they post a shitty Burzum meme or something like that. But, what you have to understand is that it isn't like Facebook is doing that because they want to be the moral police, the moral cop. And the same kind of deplatforming kind of thing might be happening other social media services as well. YouTube, Instagram, or whoever. And the thing is, you might be thinking that these services, which are supposed to be public services, which they are not because they're private companies, is that because they want to be these moral guardians. But in fact, it's about these advertisers. Advertisers don't want to put money into businesses that kind of support the platform for total free speech. And by free speech, total inform means that there will be this kind of hate speech. I am no supporter of hate speech, really. I am supporter for freedom of speech, but I understand why it can't be there, just like out in the public. First of all, it's really toxic and it's really causing a lot of problems. It also causes trolling, which then again kind of feeds violence and bad behavior. So obviously, I understand why it needs to be taken out. But Facebook and other services are not taking it out because they want to be these good guys. They are reacting on it because of advertisers. So if advertisers are pulling their money away from Facebook or other social media platforms, obviously these platforms need to react. So basically it's all about capitalism. It's all about money. And because money spins the world more than, any kind of belief in God or gods or any sort of moral value, that's how these things roll. Now, am I making money out of my videos? Very, very little. And as such, I don't feel like I'm bound by these rules. But obviously, if I was gonna take some steps with these kind of stuff, things would react. Now, that's beyond the point. I guess that is to say that certain bands want to be very, very uncommercial. And that's such, it's fine. But then again, you don't really get to bitch like, oh, my band is being deplatformed. Well, you have those words that are not supported by ad companies, which then again pay the bills for the bigger, other big companies called social media platforms. So, you really can't save the cake and eat the cake. If you want to be dangerous, well, then you got to be prepared that you will be banned, removed, censored or whatever. But also it works the other way. I mean, if you want to be one of those good bands and bands with good cause and all that stuff, there's not likely that you want to get banned or stuff. Actually, you are paving your way for a more mainstream way in case you just happen to be about good stuff in life, happy thoughts and all that stuff. But I don't know how many people would actually hear grim music with happy thoughts, because it's kind of a controversial, it's kind of a contradictive anyway. Anyway, I hope this video kind of clarifies what I'm thinking. Like once again said, this gonna mean I lose some subs, it's totally fine. If I'm not gonna get more subs to replace them, it's just fine. I am what I am. I dislike politics, and I also dislike the things I mentioned, like racism and blah blah blah. I'm not gonna repeat it and make this 20 minutes of video. In case you just happen to have some questions or comments, put them in the comments below, but at least act like a civil person. Don't be a douchebag. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye bye.